Okay, let's call the Courthouse and Property Committee agenda to order. I apologize for my voice. At least I have a little bit right now, because earlier today I had nothing. At this time, I will ask Troy if he'll lead us in prayer. Okay, everyone is present except Chair Drew Hooker, and Keith Davis is absent, but we do have a quorum. I need a motion to approve the agenda. All in favor? Then I need approval of the February 17th Courthouse and Property Committee meeting minutes. All in favor? Is there any public comment? Next up are reports, and we have our codes report, which is enclosed.
Good evening.
Miss Amy's here.
I just wanted to point out, I threw in a new page this time, a little bit different format. About 18 months ago, we got new software. So the new software auto-generates some reports, which are nice, but they look a lot different than what you're used to seeing. Some of the numbers also generated on the new reports give a false sense of a big increase in permits. That's because we can now track the number of schools tax that we issue. We issue those as permits now, so that's a nice tracking feature. But it doesn't change. If you want to look at the revenue totals, you'll see that we've steadily increased over the last 5 years. New home permits issued are about flat right now compared to last year. We've issued 121 new home permits this fiscal year, where we did 128 last fiscal year. But other than that, you have any questions?
Are there any questions? The new report looks nice, but it's going to take some getting used to.
It will, and like I said, right now it doesn't have a full 2 years of data, so the right columns are off by quite a bit.
Thank you, Amy.
Thank you.
Next will be planning zoning report, and I don't see Chris here, and it's not enclosed. Then we have IT, and we were just given IT by Josh.
Hey, so the report just talks about some of the new construction projects we're working on, as well as we have a couple of audits going on right now, and doing some cybersecurity awareness training across the organization. And you may receive a link from it yourself, and feel free to click on that. It's got some good hygiene practices, digital hygiene, national standards and best practices there. So that's all I had for this one, unless you have something specific for me. Any questions?
Any questions? Don't hear any. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Next will be Mark for the fire department.
Madam Chairman, I have nothing to add to my report, and I don't know if I told you last month, but we received a $36,000 grant from the fire marshal's office, and that contract has been signed, but it won't hit till next year's budget. They divvy those out in January, and we just got last year's this January, so kind of runs a little bit behind. So other than that, I don't have anything. I will tell you, the rescue truck that we've been working on for the past year and a half is ordered. It has a bill number now, and we're on our 14-month waiting period to get it. So,
Are there any questions?
thank you.
Thank you, Mark. Then we have our E91 report, and then our media GIS report. Okay, John provided a report, but apparently he stepped out. No worries, he does a good job. And the last report is the county building projects update, and it was enclosed. Did anyone have any questions on that? I don't see Mr. Sweeney here either. Well, we're moving right along. I need a motion to approve the reports, please. All in favor? Aye. I don't have any other reports. Old business, none. We do have new business, and it's the River Walk project. We've got a sheet here provided, but I'm not exactly sure what we're supposed to do in this first round.
All right. I wasn't too clear on this either. We got the letter, and I think we had that in your packet. And then today I got this legal description of the actual property we're talking about. But I think what'll help clear it up, because I was not clear exactly really where they were talking about. Early on, we had talked about River Walk and Overlook and Roundabout and all kinds of things maybe could happen someday behind the annex and what have you. So whenever this grant, the city looked at it a long time ago, and I don't know if it got pushed out or didn't happen, but they reapplied for it. But long story short, they're back on track for, I guess it's a TDOT or a multimodal or whatever they call it type grant that would give them the funds to make that river walk appropriate or correct. And I think they still have the vision for Overlook, but that's not really part of this. So what they're, I guess for them to officially take the grant and do the money work to improve the river walk access, which it runs, where we're talking about is running next to the fence going down to the Cannon Boulevard. It's already paved, and there's already curbing, and there's already shrubs there on that side. So it's only like, I'm gonna make it up 8 feet, but it's in the description. I really thought that area was already owned by the city, but technically it is not. And that's what this request and this grant would seek to get. That piece of property, that 10 foot wide, whatever the description is, and then the length running down to Cannon Boulevard is all we're talking about transferring or gifting, whatever the right term is, to the city of Shelbyville so they can do that next leg. It is not our parking lot. It is not the building we currently have. Now, there may be some reasons in the future for the city and county to come together to look at some kind of project that would enhance part of the river walk and other things they're doing. But for the purpose of this letter request, and they're needing us to agree to, is to officially transfer. The description lays it out, but and we've also got stakes out, so you could go back there and look if you wanted, but it's only yay wide. It runs just along the chain link fence going down to Cannon Boulevard. It's none of the parking lot or any of the space the county owns currently.
Okay, so basically what we need to do is, if everyone's in agreement, is move to gift this to the city, and this will go to commission for final approval.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, what's the will of the committee? Okay, all in favor? Okay, well, we've cleaned that little bit of housekeeping up. We'll gift that to the city. Hopefully, we'll get it approved at the commission.
Right, and if there is a specific memorandum document or deed that has to be between the city's officials and my office, we'll get that coordinated so you'll have it before the commission actual vote. But again, the only ground we're physically talking about is what I really thought the city already, they manage it, they mowed it, they landscaped it years ago. I didn't know that wasn't theirs, that part. So it should not have no effect on what we do.
Well, like you, I thought it already belonged to the
I
city.
did too.
So it's not really a problem.
Right, should not be conflict. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Do we have any announcements? Hearing none, we need an adjournment. Thank you for coming.